Hey guys, Cell here, welcome back to more Fate's Grand Order. Time to continue the Nightless City, the Brilliant Fortress City. Okay, I don't see any enemies nearby. I think we're good to go, for now. I'm so sorry for all this trouble. Don't worry, I'm not mad. You can apologize by wearing those outfits again. Don't worry, I'm not mad. At any rate, a lot has happened since we came here, but thanks to you two, we did manage to learn more about this city. In fact, given what things are like here, something like this may have been unavoidable. I agree. Now we know about the torturers, the subjects, and what life is like for men here. Things may be different from how they were in Ys, but men are still treated as lesser beings here. They are controlled by an incredibly severe set of laws, and offenders are subject to extremely harsh penalties enacted by the torturers. It's horrible, it's just as terrifying here as it was in the last city. I may never have believed just how terrifying it was if I hadn't seen it for myself. I don't blame you. There's no words to describe just how awful the torturers are. Oh hey, so who's this guy anyway? This man agreed to help us after we ended up saving him. He says he can no longer return to their society. You people really are incredible. I still can't believe you stopped the torturer's execution and brought that guy back with you. Ugh. He's missing a hand, and he's lost a lot of blood. We can try to staunch the bleeding, but I don't know if he'll even last the night. I'm not sure that matters. Security is super tight, so it won't be easy for us to leave. Plus, we can't keep Ryder and the Resistance waiting outside for us forever. You're right, we need to settle this today. Indeed, we must defeat the Empress and free this entire city. So I would ask you, can you tell us where we can find the assassin who rules the Nightless City? You've been living in this city for some time now, right? You must have some idea of where she could be. I'm afraid not. Men are the lowest rung of society here. We are no more than laborers for the women. The only reason you see us walking side by side is because the women have permitted it. If I'm being perfectly honest, we are just slaves. Slaves. As long as we obey the law, men and women are on equal footing here, at least on paper. But basic human rights, things like free speech and such, all belong to women. In the court, two opposing men can expect a fair trial, but if it's a man and a woman, the law almost always sides with the woman. We have no real freedom. What we eat, when we sleep, our lives are regulated. Naturally, we don't get to choose where we go or what we see either. So I really have no idea where the Empress could be. At this point, we'll even settle for rumors. Rumors, huh? In that case, well, I don't know if there's anything to it, but I've heard that there's some sort of underground facility here. But of course, no one, not even the proper subjects, can just walk in. You have to be a torturer hired to even have a hope of that. An underground facility exclusively for big shots sounds pretty perfect for a villain's hideout. How would one go about entering this place? Where is it located? I told you, it's just a rumor. I have no idea how much of it is true, if anything that's said. I do remember a guy telling me how a torturer suddenly showed up out of nowhere right in front of him. He thought he was gonna die. She wasn't just walking about either. He said that one moment she wasn't there and the next she was. So that place exists. There might be a secret underground entrance to it near where that happened. And that's our only lead. Did he tell you where this happened? If not, can you take us to this guy? As luck would have it, he really did die after he got reported for something else. What a sick joke. Still, I do have an idea of where it was. There's a place you're all familiar with too. Foe? It's behind the plaza with the execution scaffold you all just left. Oh boy, we have to go back. It's very quiet here now. Maybe that's because it's almost morning. Huh, I would have thought the city would still be up in arms looking for us. Guess not. If we knew things had quieted down this much, maybe we could have escaped after all. Maybe, but that wouldn't do us any good. I believe this was the correct choice. For that matter, things may have quieted down here, because they thought we had escaped, and are concentrating their search outside accordingly. I too believe this was the correct choice. So, what do we do now? Do we wait around here for the torturers to come out? Or take the risk of lurking around ourselves? There's no telling when they might come out. Okay, so he said it was behind the scaffold, right? Gotta be quiet now. You know, I am pretty sure I've said it before. This place sucks for covert ops. There's so much light. It's impossible to sneak through the shadow. It's just me. Or is it getting even brighter around here? Oh no, it's a trap. Welcome to my castle. Oh yes, Hunyung. On second thought, I'm already tired of that name. From now on, I'll call you Shigo, or Wet Dog, since you evidently love to slink through shadows. That's the assassin of Nihilist City. Oh no, look around the plaza. Torturers everywhere. It's an ambush. We're completely surrounded. But how do they know where we... Yeah. Don't blame me for this. If you have a chance to report someone, you take it. Give a warden and raise your status as a citizen. That's what you have to do to survive in here. We don't have a choice. I mean, do you guys really believe you have a chance of bringing down Nihilist City? Because I sure as hell don't. Oh, I do. Once I heard you had other allies here with you, I thought I'd get a better reward if I sold you all out together. So I've just been biding my time. I see. Now I finally understand what Ryder meant. This city truly is home to nothing but dogs. Dogs are a traditional symbol of bravery for the Ulster clan, but these are something else entirely. Hey, you'll let me serve a high-class subject now, right? I'll be guaranteed a safer life than I had before now, right? Indeed. You did very well to inform us of our guest. You will receive your reward as promised. Death. That's great. However, your manner toward your Empress is quite insolent, and you clearly lack dignity. Take him away. Let's see now, 20 lashes ought to improve his poor attitude. And some hot water torture to boil off one of his 2 faces while you're at it. Go on, be off with you. Wait, one of 2 faces? I have absolutely no clue what she means by that. No, please. Ugh. Should've just listened to us. Now then, it would be unbecoming not to show my guests a proper welcome. As such, you are all invited to join me at my castle. So you'll just let us into your underground facility? Oh, an underground facility, eh? I suppose that isn't entirely inaccurate, but no, I simply keep it buried underground as a matter of course. It would cause my subjects no end of emotional turmoil if I were to constantly grace them with my noble presence after all. It is the mark of a truly excellent ruler to erase all trace of herself, so as not to overwhelm her subjects. So I, of course, am no exception. However, now that we have guests to welcome, it won't do to have the Nihilist City's true form hidden away like this. Behold! What's that, tactician? That would be both dangerous and pointless, you say? You fool! The point is to shock the living daylights out of them. They shall be so agape, with their eyes might well pop right out of their heads. I have to see that for myself. Now let us ignore my silly tactician's advice, and try this again. Behold the Nihilist City's true form. An earthquake. No, this is something else. The scaffold is cracking open. Something enormous is rising up out of the ground. I can't believe it. A ginormous temple. It's a castle. It's even brighter than the rest of the city combined. Who thought that was a good idea? This is the heart of Nihilist City, its brightest shining star. I call it Yogyeong Hall, or the Hall of Divine Light, a perfectly fitting name. To be perfectly honest, I've been waiting for someone with spirit to show up, so that I could finally show it off. I can't make use of the mechanism I had put in place to make it appear like this on a whim after all. Now then, I shall have a feast prepared in your honor while I await you in my castle. Feel free to frolic with my attendants as you make your way here. Attendants? Oh crap, she must be in all the torturers coming out of the entrance. So we have torturers guarding the gate before us, and torturers surrounding our escape route behind us. What would you have us do, Master? That's easy, full speed ahead. We can't give up now, I say forward. Now you're talking. I'm glad to hear that. It's part of my guise to never turn down an invitation to a feast. Now that the assassins invited us to one, I was prepared to go out by myself if he had declined. I'd never make you go alone. She invited us, all of us, after all. Oh. Right, let's go, Master. The assassin is almost in reach. Oh, it's a fatal battle. 6 of them. Yeah, we can deal with that. I believe. At any rate, we can deal with that. Alright. That, and that. Oh, dang, so close. I believed he knew Waver and he let him. Oh, son of a, they had focus on her. They've learned. They finally learned, and crap, I haven't invited her and. God dang it. Well, this is what I get for making fun of them, huh? They always put it on Waver. I didn't even notice they put it on Penta, otherwise I would have used a defense mechanism. AKA getting rid of debuffs. Oh, now you put it on Waver. Thanks. Yeah, this is so not cool. Alright, go at it, Waver. Hey, you actually killed it. And his health is just slowly going up. I don't like this at all, man. Because Waver has his up. Do that. And then do that for some quick stars. I can see the flaw in having Astolfo there. I think I'm gonna switch Astolfo out to someone else. Well, no, just swap him in the party. So that way he isn't the next one that comes out when fighting against Assassin. Oh. Duh. If I knew you were gonna get a 50,000 damage crit, I would have had you take on the Assassin with 90,000 health. Dang it. Alright, quickly attack the one that is obviously going to be attacking with its massive damage next. Hopefully Torture D attacks Waver with their ability. Yep. Thankfully they did. That doesn't really hold anything right now. 2 damage increases. Now, do this, and then this. Gotta damage that most dangerous one as fast as we can. $51,000, not bad. Alright. Oh, whatever, it's fine. We have to take out the one that's dangerous.
無駄だ。罠だ。罠だ。簡単すぎるんだよ。
Oh, Wave is slowly dying. Here's the damage. And hopefully that kills it.
罠だ。
Okay, good. Surprisingly enough, Astolfo has still survived till this day. But probably won't be surviving for much longer.
行くぞ。計略だ。
Having Pent die that early was not a good idea.
悪い。
Well, there finally goes Waver. And target focus on Astolfo. Yeah, Astolfo's dead. Completely 100% dead. Okay. Goodbye, Astolfo. You fought valiantly. I think I'm just gonna skip towards the end now. 12 turns is a bit much. Actually, you know what? Antonio Pendragon Lanza. We don't get to see you much, pretty much at all. Really. Well, that crit didn't really hold a candle to anything, now did it? How much Noble Phantasm can you gain now? 38%, not bad.
突撃行きます。突撃。
Let's see what you can do against this one.
やっ。駆け抜ける。
Yeah, that damage numbers isn't the best. Now this probably won't kill it. I say probably, I'm pretty damn sure it won't. Oh yeah. Close. Really, again, should have attacked the one that was gonna have a big damage buff next turn. Heal her up. Hey, nice crits. Alright, good. 16 turns to do this. I cannot believe it took this long. Oh, see what happens when my Berserker gets taken out. And then we have a Rider that's weak to assassins. BB obviously wasn't going to have enough damage to do anything because she's not strong against them. Oh boy. Oh look! We finally have something other than an assassin! A caster! Oh great. Let's work with that. These must be your personal chambers. Indeed. How good of you to come, Shigo. She confirmed. That's the assassin Riley City. But who's there next to her? There she is. The one that escaped my grasp and I got Jack instead. Another servant reading. Be careful, master. Oh yes. I suppose you wouldn't have met yet, would you? Very well. You may introduce yourself. Alright. I am a caster servant. I serve as a tactician here in the Nightless City. Another woman. But she seems so uncomfortable. And her eyes, they're so sad. It's as though she's scared of something. Oh, a tactician. And here I thought you were the type to lead a nation a touch more whimsically. Don't be ridiculous. The best rulers are those who know how to make use of their subjects. I take great pride in my choice of adjutants. Skilled underlings deserve to be valued, to be given the sort of work that suits their skills. I am an unrivaled judge of talent. I would go so far as to say that not even the great Qin Shi Huang, or my ancestor Li Bang, can surpass me. Case in point, it was all thanks to Cass's clever planning that I was able to so easily drown those filthy rats in ease. Haha! You must be the caster Dahut mentioned. Hurt said something about you betraying her. I'm afraid it's true. I did once serve East. But if I had stayed there, well, I didn't want to die, so... Dahut pursued hedonistic pleasure to its absolute extreme. She never planned for the future, but always chose to live purely for the moment. Hester tried to warn her over and over, but that lust-crazed wench refused to listen. In time, she realized the youth would one day come to an anonymous end, and decided to come work for me. And I am truly grateful for your compassion, Your Highness. Speaking of which, what do you think of my Nightless City? It's nothing at all like that pitiful pile of planks that used to be East, right? Honestly, they're both pretty horrible. You couldn't pay me enough to live here. Indeed, I knew you would say as much. What? Whoa, she just fell right off her throne and face planted, just like in my cartoons. Oh, and she should have popped right back up there, though. Absurd. You must be lying to me, that there's no other reason you would say such a thing. You couldn't possibly fail to see its splendor after witnessing it firsthand. I cannot believe otherwise. Whatever your original purpose in coming here, you should have seen enough of my city even before I granted you an audience to recognize its brilliance. If anything, I was certain you would arrive, prostrate yourselves before me, and beg me to let you live in my glorious city. Don't you agree, tactician? Yes, of course. I couldn't agree more. I can see she's doing her best to avert her eyes. Hey, we're the ones who can't believe what we're hearing. How could you be proud of this glowy mess? You need to ask. The answer is plainly obvious. The city is light itself. Where there is light, there is justice. Thus, this city is overwhelmingly just. In fact, it is the city of nothing but justice. That is utterly absurd. Yet torture openly displayed. The many women keep are terrified of it, and rightly so. People rat each other out left and right. Nobody can trust anyone else, let alone speak their minds freely. Well, of course, I strongly encourage my subjects to report any transgressions they witness, after all. What? If anything, I would distrust the ones who don't. Evil should not be hidden. Crimes should not be covered up. They should say something the moment they so much as sense wrongdoing afoot. That way my loyal torturers can take over and compel the offender to come clean. There's so much wrong with that. I don't even know where to start. Because off the top of my head, what about false accusations or misunderstandings? A system like that would surely incentivize people to falsify reports in order to kick others down. Never. That sort of thing only happens in other lesser nations. In a truly just nation, one that holds itself to the highest standard, there can be no mistakes and certainly no false accusations. Nor any who would misuse the reporting system for their own ends. Such things would simply never happen. Oh, they do. Well, they sure as hell exist here. That's completely unrealistic. The Nightless City is still young. As such, some growing pains are to be expected. But as my methods spread and take root, the city will quickly grow to that ideal. Nonetheless, with all that said, even you cannot deny that my city is far more peaceful and orderly than East or El Dorado. Surely you saw for yourselves how brightly it glitters. That is all the proof you could need to know that my reign is good and proper. Under my rule, evil will die out, the strong will assume responsibility and flourish, and the weak will serve as their foundation. What could possibly be wrong with that? Even a child could see the simple truth of this plant path. In one sense, yes, she's right. That would be a strong manner in which to lead a country, but... Here, I'll spell it out for you. In a nation where everyone holds themselves to the highest standard, reporting wrongdoing is the perfect approach. With all my subjects vigilant, there will be no tolerance for evil of any kind, no matter how small. Eventually, our approach will lead to the end of evil entirely. So the goal of proper conduct is precisely what will set people on the correct path. I don't know if that's the best way to say this, but you're wrong, you're just wrong. Yet if that did make evil disappear, and no more crimes ever took place in that nation anymore. I can't imagine the people who live there could ever smile. I agree, that's not true peace at all. I don't know who that voice belongs to, but she clearly dissing me. How dare you? None of you have even the slightest self-control. And it's not just you. All of humanity is like that. You all need to learn to endure the most arduous hardships, to work hard and study with diligence. As long as one builds character like that, evil will never take root in their minds. In time, there will be no longer be a need for transgressions to be reported. And yet, you dared to criticize my rule, and in my presence, Castor, where's the punishment for this heinous crime? I don't think we have a punishment for this particular crime, but if we understood the bothering me for no specific reason category, then the punishment would be for your highness to torture them yourself, and then life in prison. Yes, that will do. Very well then. I shall first torture you myself, then you can begin your new life rotting in my dungeon. However, since I am nothing if not merciful, I shall call on my best torturers, those who can compel anyone to speak the truth. And in fact, I shall make it easier for you to repent and confess your true feelings, namely... I beg your forgiveness, Shinaila City is actually super awesome. I was just so shy I couldn't come out and say that before. Not that that will lessen the severity of your sentence, of course. I'm afraid that not even a nation's ruler can bend its laws once she has made them. Castor, you will assist me. If these people are truly foolish enough to fail to understand the rations in my path, they will have to come here with the goal of destroying this city. If they succeed, you will not escape unscathed. Then it seems I have no choice. I don't want to die, so I will fight. Wait, a whole bunch of those torturers again. We may still have many interlopers to deal with, but we are also finally within reach of our goal. We cannot let this chance go to waste. You're up against an assassin and a caster. We still don't know their true names, so please be careful. Okay. Let's do defensive purposes. Just in case. And start getting Noble Phantasm up, I guess. Yeah, you would first attack Fence, wouldn't you? At least a crit went to Waver. Damn you! Don't attack her like that, jeez! I need her for the massive damage against freaking Wu, man! Well, she's currently called Assassin of Nightly City. Okay, 301,999 HP. And a caster that doesn't have a charge bar at all. So maybe if we defeat Assassin, caster will back down? I mean, that'd be nice. Guess we'll find out. Okay. Bop, bop, and bop. Oh man, poor Wu. Look at that health just dropping fast. Don't attack Pen! How dare you! Seriously, how dare you? Attack the one that can actually save you.
あ罠だ
Can't attack her. Of course she can charm. Of freaking course she can. Because why wouldn't she be able to? Oh, if anything, the Sassanelli city is now gone. Oh! She survived with 55 HP! Oh my god! Holy crap!
中だな他にやることない
Alright, let's do this. 3 noble phantasms. Bop, bop, and bop.
これぞ大軍師の
No damage increases though, so this is gonna suck. But at least she'll have defense down. And now she has less attack.
憎むべきはそなたならず、そなたの中の
I didn't even realize though she also buffed her defense.
味わい
Ooh, that did nothing. A cool 11,559. Oh boy.
よかろうどう潰す迷うな
Go with the Brave Chain.
潰れてし
See, this is going by way faster than the 6 Torturers. Just sad, man. Okay.
よかどう
I think this is where Penta goes down, but it's fine. This is the one point where Astolfo would actually come in handy. Dang it. Of course, the moment I move Astolfo to the back line. Of course. Lower your defense again. Increase attack. Stun you. And Waver just... Oh, crud, he had a buster. Beat her down.
無駄だ罠だ計略だ簡単すぎるんだよ
Okay.
漆黒いよ喜
This work out. Yep, quit. Goodbye. GG. 11 turns. Not bad. At least way better than 16. Though not by much. Oh, crud. Really? We have to fight her again? Both of them as well? Oh, jeez. Okay. You know what? No, I'm not switching out. This is the team I went with, and this is the team I'll stick with no matter what. So, let's do this again. You're quite good. More's the pity. Really, why'd you... You're quite good. More's the pity, really. Why do you not understand? There's nothing wrong with my system of reporting. As long as people can hold themselves to a high standard, they can conduct themselves properly. Of course, they must put in effort to do so, namely the effort to uphold my laws, to suppress their base desires. Understand that by virtue of being human, one will inevitably have desires. The desire to sleep with what one wants, to eat what one wants, to be lazy, to even to commit crimes. but it is only the suppression of those desires that will allow for a true and just nation to be born. And in that sense, those fools in the East were the polar opposite, as they explicitly sought out the pleasures that come from pure indulgence. And thus their destruction was assured, but not me, not the Nyla City. Though some may remain here who cannot control their desires, they will be weeded out in due time. If one can apply oneself in a focused, dedicated manner, one is certain to walk a moral and just path. Why can you not understand that? Moral people and just nation, huh? So far as we can tell, this nation is a den of torture and cruelty. I wonder if it only seems like justice to you because of how above it all you hold yourself. The more I learn about running nations, the harder it appears to. Stay alert. Some torturers still remain. See, that is how I once obtained something I wished for myself. I swore I would claim it, and worked hard to make my goal a reality. In essence, the moment I made my decision was also the moment in which I acquired the treasure I had been seeking my entire life. Indeed, that may be why I find myself in this form right now. Treasure, huh? I got a buttload of that when I was alive, you know. Of course I ended up either lending it out or giving most of it away. What kind of treasure did you get? Do you wish to know? Your Highness, I don't think it's a good idea to. I take it that treasure was a country of your very own, Empress Regnant. Oh, it seems you have finally arrived at my name. I have had many titles, of course, but I am particularly fond of that one. You have good taste. Empress Regnant? Seriously? What do you mean, seriously? That is a pretty damn cool title. I won't hear a word claiming otherwise. Sorry for my absence. I've been focusing on analyzing the data, and I finally got an answer. Granted, she's been giving us plenty of hints from the beginning, but her childish appearance didn't quite line up with everything. But now that you fought her directly, we have much more accurate data to work with, and I'm certain of my conclusion beyond any doubt. Encouraging citizens to spy and report on one another, employing brutes known as torturers to go around hurting people and drag out undesired truths. In this Yaogyong Hall, the heart of the Nightless City, while it may not have been quite as flashy as this incarnation, their servant is still reported to have lived in a building of the same name. In other words, all of these things she used while she was still alive. She's known as an empress here, right? That's not because she's the ruler of this city. It's because she really was an empress. What's more, she was the only empress in all of history to ever rule over China. A Chinese empress. She began her rise as the concubine to Emperor Taizong of the Tang Dynasty, and later married his son Gaozong following Taizong's death. She assassinated her rivals, steadily gained power, and eventually claimed the entire country as her own. She commanded her subjects to address her as Dowager. I don't know. Empress Dowager, and later Empress Regnant. If we would believe her most popular name to be her true name, we have two to choose from. Zetian Wu Ho or Wu Zetian. Oh, haha! Well done. You're absolutely right. Oh no, now that they know her true name. What? You're telling me that's a real empress? Who are you referring to as that? You little peachy-haired hussy. Hussy. Peach-haired? Hussy? You know, I didn't like the look of you from the start. Well, no matter, I can deal with you later. Now then, since you know I am indeed a true empress, let me ask you, does that change your mind? There's no other city that shines as brightly as mine. With proper effort, all can lead a good life. If you swear to become my subjects, I may even change my mind about imprisoning you for life. But, pass. This city may not look as horrid, bad, or rowdy as his, at least on the surface, but... Indeed, it only looks that way, and then only because its harsh lights prevent one from seeing it clearly. At its core, it is just as twisted and rotten as his. You can tell about your city's justice and propriety all you like. Talk, but in the end you can't hide the fact that it is fundamentally lacking in both. As March said earlier, it is the one clear truth of this place. A city where no one smiles can never be just. Well said, Master. Of that much I'm absolutely certain. What fools you are! Such a pity! Clearly, both I and my city are simply too bright for a rabble such as you. In that case, I won't force you to lurk. You may avert your gaze and remain in the dark. There is nothing more to do now, as there is no greater crime than refusing one's punishment. Now that it has come to this, your execution shall be carried out in a grand and ostentatious manner, tactician, coma expecting subjects. Yes, your highness. Wait, expecting? So we get torturers from women who are pregnant, just like in the East they multiplied. In the name of Wu, I command you to be born. There's more of them now. It's just like what happened with the pirates in East. Oh, gross, not again. Do not mistake me for a smug and foolish ruler. I know very well when to make use of others, however. I will say this, 2 among you I will throttle with my own hands. A cat with the long fur, and a peach-colored hussy with the cat's hair about her. What? Whoa. The cat with the long fur, the long hair, fur, down, and the peach-colored hussy with cat's hair about her. Wu Zetian actually sees Astolfo as a girl. Oh wow. I wonder what would happen if we told her the truth. Although the truth is always hidden in fiction and we still don't know it to this day. Foe. Oh, wait. Orpho? I still think it's down. And she just called me that again. I can't stand cats. I shall cut off all your limbs myself and stuff you in a bottle for safekeeping. Okay, so yeah. Foe and Astolfo. She can't stand them both. Foe being a cat is debatable. That doesn't matter. I'll never let you do that. Let's beat her, master. Oh god, 1 of 3. Can only hope that this works. Of course you can attack multiple times. Of course. Why wouldn't you be able to attack multiple times? Of course. Why? Most of the time do they get a crit? I don't want them to get a crit on, man. I need her against freaking Wu. And her taking that much damage isn't freaking helping. Oh boy. This isn't gonna end well. Thank you for attacking Wu. Yeah, moron. Bye-bye. Now we still have the combo we need to fight Wu in the caster. Oh, good God. They have less health, but now they have break bars. Why? You need to make this more difficult on yourself, Wu. Why? I'm being serious. Why in the holy hell you need to make this more difficult on yourself? Well, me. And quite literally yourself, because you're currently right here. All in all, do I do what I... Actually, a full Buster Brave Chain was able to take out over 210,000 plus health, right? I hope. Let's do this. It's not a Buster Brave Chain, but it's still a Brave Chain. And if anything, if we can get her Noble Phantasm up fast, then she can take on Caster as well. Take out the break bar. But in all intents and purposes, all we have to truly do is take out Wu. There goes her break bar. She has less damage now as well. And she only has 149,773. Of course, she ends up using a Noble Phantasm. Please use it on Penth. You use it on yourself, of course. And because you are who you are and we only have a certain amount of health, there goes Wu. God dang it. Well, here's the one I don't want to come out right now.
こういうのどうだ
Okay, now.
全ては僕の思うよし
迷うな
Do it this way.
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地
I don't know why I wasted a Sulfur's stun, but again, it didn't even stun Caster, so there we go. But at least Wu now has 2 defense downs. But here's what I'm going to do. We have a Stalfo. Everything should be fine. Yeah, I'm taking her out right now.
迷うな
We have full damage still. This Noble Phantasm will kill her, especially with the 2 defense downs. Then the Buster will at least do a decent amount of damage to Caster. It's a break bar. Bye, Wu. Of course, you would Charm Waver, but that's fine. Attack him as well. I'm completely fine with that.
どう迷う
It's like I'm fine with Penth doing a full Brave Chain.
潰れてしま
Even with your defense, you can still bust through it. Yeah, keep on attacking him. I like how Charm isn't even working on the Stalfo. It's fantastic. What's not fantastic though is the fact that Waver has an ability that is not able to be used. Yeah, attack a Stalfo. That won't do much.
うよ
Bop,
かろう
bop,
どう潰す
bop.
潰れてしま
I should have done the Brave Chain. I should have done the Brave Chain instead.
う一族
Damn it! There goes Pen.
入れましょうやめてくだ
I put too much trust in that Astolfo attack. Ooh. I still getting BB's Noble Phantasm up, alright.
罰ゲームです
Crits. I'm liking it.
豚にな
And look at all those crit stars. There goes her break bar, finally. BB is already at 59%.
入れましょうご存知のは
Of course you would give yourself evasion. Of course you would.
ずやめてくだ
Why wouldn't you? Now, get a bunch more crit stars going.
そりゃ天ね
寝てしまっても構いませんご存知のは
Do that, that, and that.
はい桜ピ
This is gonna, yeah, this is going way beyond what the torturers were.
通話夢中だな他にやることないの
Alright,
こういうの
I'm gonna put my faith in you. Let's see what you can do. Chance to gain crit stars each turn, chance to increase crit star drop rate, and critical strength. Too bad we have no more crit stars. Oh well.
うん任せうんよし
But we'll be getting a heck of a lot of crit stars here. Hippogriff.
君の真の力を見せてみろバグリフ
35,000 damage. That's at least decent. Plus, she can't move, so we get to use all these crit stars on her. BB gets to use all those crit stars on her. Hell yeah! Stunner. Hey, it worked. All right. That, and that. We'll eventually kill her. 14,000. 3 crits in a row. Nice to see that. Defense increase, because why not? And CCC BP Chanaru. Just in case. Just in case.
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地
Defense down, exactly what I wanted to see. This fight is taking way, way too long.
はいけませんですがご安心を BB ちゃんにファーストキューピッドプレッシ
There we go, overkill.
やめてください
Bye bye. Hey, it only took 1 turn longer than the torturous thing did. Cool. And since we got the golden monuments, I think this is the end of Wu and the caster, right? Do you see anything yet, Ryder? If you like, I'd be happy to take over the telescope for you and, never mind. That flashy castle that showed up out of nowhere must be the assassin's lair. Nothing of significance seems to have happened except that. That was some time ago too, and still no smoke signals. I guess they must be fighting her inside there as we speak. Do you think they can win? They'd better, or else we'll have come out all this way for nothing. Anyway, it's up to them now. All we can do is make sure we're ready to go in whenever we... What is it? We just got an urgent report back from the scouts, sir. What did they say? Oh, from the west side of Nightly City. You're kidding me. Of all the times. Ryder, I've got some bad news. I know. I've already heard the report. What? Are the Amazonians trying to take over Nightly City? No, not that. Don't you hear it? The hell is that? Oh, come on. Now we have to deal with that, too. Damn it. How unlucky can we get? Wonder whose bad luck it is, mine or theirs. What do we do now, Ryder? You need to ask. We get ready to head in there the moment we see the signal. Now hurry. No battles. It's just talking. Oh my good god. I honestly didn't think that it would take this long for literally 2 parts. There's blood. Gah. You did it. No, she hasn't fallen yet. Tell me, do you know why I'm an empress? Was I born to it? No, absolutely not. I was an unordinary girl, daughter of lowly government official. After my father died, and my relatives took me in, they would beat me merely to pass the time. There's but one reason why I rose from such lowly origins to sit atop all of China. Because I wished it, set my heart on it, and worked towards it. I studied books and martial arts, I learned the ways of charm and allure, I cast off everything I didn't need and polished what I did to its utmost. I worked day and night, forgoing leisure and rest, I trained myself to ignore my relatives' distractions. And even once my beauty was recognized, and I was admitted into the Emperor's palace, I didn't stop. I killed the Emperor's wife, his concubines, so many others I quickly lost count. I used poison, cunning, power, everything at my disposal to kill all who stood in my way. Indeed, I rose through pure dedication, as it was the sole method that would let me achieve my goals. And so I gained all of China as my prize, and I did so entirely on my own. This power she's giving off is immense, even after we have her cornered. So this is the strength of a true king. The spirit of one who ruled over a vast land and left her mark on history. Oh man, that's just like when Charlemagne gets all mad about something. I don't think we can touch her. I won't deny that she worked incredibly hard. Scratch that. Way to go, master. But a nation without smiles is an empty thing. I am told that when I was a baby, a monk prophesied that I would one day ascend to the highest domain. When I learned about this, I was furious at him for sticking his nose into my affairs. It was not Providence that brought me to the top. I would never permit something like that to interfere with my endeavors. I stand here now on my own 2 feet. As such, I am the only one who decides when those feet will move. Maybe she just wants someone to tell her that she did a good job and she can finally stop. Give her another head pat. There is no one else who helped me get here. No others who are responsible for my success. There was no sage's admonition, no fool's blade, no impassioned entreaty pushing me upward. Thus, not even the heavens themselves can force me to kneel in defeat. Her spirit origin's reading is in tatters. It looks as though it could disappear at any moment, and her presence is still so strong. Crap, he's charging straight in there. This isn't going to be pretty. He? The Bane of, Herc? What the? Holy shit! What just crashed through the ceiling? A sulfur just swore! Or almost! Look! Herc? Oh my god, it is! Why in the bloody hell is Herc here? Is he on our side or is he... He's in chains. Looks like someone's controlling him. Oh, is this the monster that, Vita was talking about? Spirit Origin pattern match confirmed. I still can't believe it. That's one of the servants who went missing from Chaldea. Herc, the legendary Greek hero. That one strike obliterated Wu Zetian's Spirit Origin. Herc! No, wait! Something's wrong. He's huge. You're right. Our records indicate he should be about 253 centimeters, or so 8 feet tall, but he's clearly far bigger than that. At least he saved us. Whoa! He's out of control. Maybe? I think he tried to attack me. He just smushed that torture like a spiky pancake. He's huge and hugely strong, but how is he so fast? Does this mean he's not on our side? So he's just attacking everything in sight. Yep. Are you going to face him, Master? I'm afraid that fighting such a ferocious monster will only end in some or all of us dying. If you wish to fight him nonetheless, I will go alone. I may not be able to defeat him, but I should at least be able to stall him for a few minutes. Wait, you mustn't fight him. No matter how strong your defense, a single strike would still end you. Kessa, what do you mean by that? Do you know what's going on here? Why is Herc so enormous? Please, sheath your swords. I have no wish to fight. I surrender. That man is a rogue servant who appeared here in this underground world some time ago. He is a berserker in every sense of the word. He comes and goes at a moment's notice, leaving nothing but destruction in his wake. He is more like a natural disaster than a person. He has no conscious mind, and of course, he cannot be reasoned with. He is destruction. He has no conscious mind, and of course, he cannot be reasoned with. He is destruction incarnate. Wait, was that what Ryder was warning us about before we came here? Yep. That's what he meant. Well, I'm sold. Seeing that makes not believing her kinda hard. I'm surprised you answered that so directly. Are you planning something else? No, I'm not. I just don't want to die now that Wu Zetian is gone. Furthermore, I believe our efforts will be best directed at escape. I can get behind that. We've accomplished our goal of defeating Wu Zetian. It seems she wasn't a demon god pillar either, but at least we managed to free this city. I suggest we get out of here and meet back up with the resistance in order to discuss our next move. A good plan. Let's get out of here while that thing is pumping torturers like bubble wrap. Well, that's a sight to behold. What's going on out here? The Nightless City's subjects and torturers appear to be doing battle with the Amazons. The Amazons? Foe! The Eldorado forces. Of all the times for them to show up. This is pure chaos. If we don't find a way out of this city soon, we may end up fighting both forces at once. Oh great, look over there. We got even more enemies. No wait, that's... Ryder? Mr. Positive thinking himself. Ryder! Sorry, we couldn't wait any round for the signal any longer. How'd it go? We managed to take down the assassin Wizetian, but now we have two other big problems. The Amazons from Eldorado and a giant berserker wreaking havoc in the building behind us. Damn it. Was hoping I was mistaken about seeing him go in there. Well, no point in thinking about that now. One of those problems would be bad enough. We can't stay here long with both of them to worry about. There's a hell of a lot more of them than there are of us. If we try to fight them head on, we'll be done for. Resistance, fall back. Are you sure, after coming all this way? As long as we can help you all escape, it's worth it. If you are all killed, that could mean the end of the resistance too. But if we escape now, there'll be another chance. There always will be, as long as we don't give up. Thank you for risking your life to help us, Ryder. I wish I had a medal suitable to award your bravery. Haha, I might take you up on that if a medal could fill your belly. Now come on, let's get going. Wait, don't go near the front gate, that's... Oh boy. The Queen of the Amazons, the Berserker of Eldorado. Damn it, of all the rotten luck. Here he comes! Aw man, we got berserkers for days here, and the big guy in the castle sounds like he's coming out. This is what they mean when they say between a rock and a hard place. What will we do now? Ah! Ah! Here she comes. She's so fast. I'm pretty sure she's going after Berserker, not us. Don't underestimate me. My sword is sworn to defend and protect. It cannot be broken through brute force alone. Les, I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I'll kill you. She just blew right past us. And right into the castle where Herc is. Well, what was that all about? We can figure that out later. Just thank your lucky star she didn't come after us. Now come on, let's go. The Nightless City, a city of bright lights where rattling out one another was strongly encouraged. If everyone conducts themselves properly, no mistakes will be made, and peace and order can last forever. Such a nation would grow and flourish. That isn't right. You can't just erase or suppress human desires entirely. If anything, I think it's those desires that make life worth living. If the majority of people suppress their desires, the country may well prosper and the higher class subjects may well live happily. I don't know if Wuzetian was aware of how the women here lived their lives. But for them, this nation was a happy place, as was Yeats for the pirates. But of course, the same can't be said for the men who were treated as lesser beings. For them, both of these cities were places of terrible suffering. Is there no possible way to create a nation where all the people can be happy? Mr. Fergus, stop staring at the city and stop moving your feet. Don't forget we still have to pick up that injured guy we hit way earlier. Alright, sorry. Well, it wasn't easy, but we all somehow managed to make it out of the Nightless City. We were all still running away, desperately trying to put some distance between us and the city when I heard a sound and looked back. There, I could see the largest building in the whole city, glowing impossibly bright as flames consumed it. Aha! It was faint, but I thought I could see the two monsters fighting each other atop its roof. One of these monsters was, of course, a natural disaster, the other hard as it is to believe. Looked to be a smaller yet equally destructive disaster of a sort. I could just be seeing things, but I could have sworn they were evenly matched. Oh boy. Penth and Herc, evenly matched. Well, that's a sight to behold. Here we go, true name revealed. Assassin of Nightless City, true name Wu Zetian. Finally. Noble Phantasm Unleashed. Deal significant damage to an enemy, level 2, and inflict poison for 3 turns to a single enemy, and increase the critical strength. Manual of Accusation. So we did have a lesser version of her Noble Phantasm because we didn't know her true name. But now that we know her true name, her Noble Phantasm was unleashed, which may mean that it increases its damage? At least I'm hoping it does. Because if it does, then she'll become more powerful and I'll like her even more. There's only one here, but yeah. Okay, well with that, I'm going to end this second part to the city here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Well, we will continue on with Temporary Retreat. So until then, see you guys later.